We'll take up 2015-53517. Krista Knox and Lucas Porritt both are here via Zoom. And this is the date and time set for show cause. Ms. Heaven is here from front of the court. Ms. Heaven, do you have an update?
I do. Mr. Porritt is ordered to pay $50 a month on arrears. Currently owes the plaintiff $3,939. The state $1,434.75. Fees $192.97. Total owing $5,566.72. Last payment received was $110.59 November of 2020. $109.39 was received in October of 2020, and $106.96 in September of 2020. He does have 2 prior contempts.
All right. Sir, do you agree that 2 of the amounts stated?
Yeah.
All right. You haven't paid in a couple of years, 2.5 years. Why is that?
I've had custody of him all that time, and I still, all my money goes for him. So, and I don't get child support from her, not a dollar. So, sorry, I haven't paid nothing, but I mean, all my money goes to him to support him.
Okay. Ms. Evan, do the front of the court records reflect that Mr. Porritt has custody of the child?
Yep. I have the paperwork in the door. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do the Zoom thing. Otherwise, I would be on the camera, but I couldn't figure it out. So I'm sorry for that.
That part's fine. I just want to figure out the child support. Ms. Evan, what were you going to say?
There was a hearing April 17th of 2020 in regards to custody. The defendant shall have sole physical custody of the parties shall share joint legal custody of the child. That there shall not be an order for parenting time entered at this time. Parenting time may occur as the parties agree. After the plaintiff's release from incarceration, custodial parent shall notify. Let's see, it did not. There's nothing in there in regards to support.
All right.
I just had a review on child support last week. It's been months, at least a month for this review from you guys. That's what sparked all this child support for this hearing and all this right now. Is because they did like a 39-month review or 36-month review, whatever kind of review you guys do. That's what sparked this hearing right here, is the review. And I sent in all my paperwork that I needed to send in. I sent in, my check stub, my doctor's notes, my attorney notes. Basically everything that I needed to do for you guys. And you guys were more than accommodating, by the way. You guys were great to me, by the way. And I got a phone call back just last week from, I don't know the lady's name, but she's a great woman anyway. And because I'm filing for disability, but I am working, but I'm not working a lot of hours. But I'm the one that has insurance on Jace. I'm the one that carries insurance on Jace. So they decided to close the child support case for me on Jace.
All right, this has nothing to do with that. We're here today because Mr. Porritt owes back support.
Right, so I don't have to pay child support on Jace.
All right, well, not at this point. I guess, Mr. Porritt, though, do you agree, ma'am, that he's had sole physical custody of this child for 3 years now?
Yes.
All right. And you've not been ordered to pay him support at all during that time?
No.
Okay. What do you want to do with that $3,900 that's owed to you?
I don't know yet.
So he's raised.
I'm not rich around it, but I can pay some. I mean.
Well, hold on a minute. He's raised this child exclusively for 3 years with no financial help from you, but you still think he ought to pay you that $3,900?
I raised the child until he was 4 years old exclusively with no help from him. And he knows that.
Okay.
I had him when he was born, when he needed diapers every week, when he needed a lot more than an 8-year-old needed.
Whatever, Krista. I haven't pressed the issue on child support with you, so that's why you're not paying. I don't have
to pay child support, Luke. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. I can't sit down for 1 second and discuss anything with this man like a grown-up.
I don't need your money anyway.
If I don't know what to do with anything because we can't talk about anything. There's nothing we can't discuss parenting time. We can't discuss.
Okay, that's all fine.
Yeah,
I question the wisdom behind him owing you money when he's not had any financial help from you for the last 3 years. What I'm going to do is dismiss the show cause. I'm going to suspend enforcement on the amount that Mr. Porritt owes indefinitely, and the matter can be reviewed when the matter is set for a support review. Other than that, we're all set.
The support review has been done. There was a no change notice sent, so we're waiting for objection from either party.
Okay. Well, if nothing comes out of it this time, then we'll take it up again in 3 years.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, sir, you're not required really to make payments at this time. We'll figure it out either in 3 years or maybe when the child emancipates. But I'm not going to require you and your caring and providing for the child 100% at this point to repay old arrears to Ms. Knox. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm not going to take them off the books right now, but I'm not going to require payments at this time.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay. All right. We're all set.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll take up file 2016-54484. Natasha Wilson and Stephen Erickson both are here via Zoom. And this is a date and time set for a hearing on a support review objection. Ms. Hummel is here from front of the court. Ms. Hummel, do you have an update or update in the matter?
Yes, I did a review based on the information that both parties and their employers submitted information. It comes out to the defendant paying $691 child support, $42 medical support for a total of $733. Also an additional $50 for confinement. That's $25 per child. And that makes the total $783 a month, effective April 1st of 2023. The amounts used are the exact amounts both parties gave for their income information, for the number of overnights, number of additional children. The other party does have the minor children active Medicaid, and they are receiving food assistance, which with this amount going up will adjust that food assistance amount.
All right. And what's support currently set at?
Support's currently at $166 child support, $30 medical support, $50 confinement. And I believe it hasn't changed. It was set that back in 2016.
So 246 currently from 2016. All right. All right. And sir, you objected to the recommendation. What was the reason for objecting?
I feel I shouldn't have to pay for both households. If I'm paying that much, he can live off my income. And then I have 5 other people that I'm supporting in my house as of now. There's no way I can afford to get a house, which I'm in the process of buying a new house, and pay her that much money. There's no way I can afford it.
Ms. Hummel, what income did you use for Mr. Erickson?
His exact income of 22.25 an hour. That's what he stated, and his employer, times 40 hours. He only has 52 overnights with the minor children.
Okay.
And I get kids extra too through the summer. I put down what the court ordered me to have, but we do week on, week off in the summer at times.
Oh, so you get additional.
We haven't done that, and we have not done that in 3 years.
I just had him a week last summer, several times. I always get
No,
Gavin or
because-
Aiden extra time. I either get one or
have not
other
done that.
extra.
Yeah, we have not done week on, week off in 3 years. He will take an extra night here or there, but not a week. We haven't done that in 3 years.
Okay. And Ms. Hummel, what income did you use for Ms. Wilson?
$13.50 an hour times 40 hours.
And that's, ma'am, so ma'am, do you have any other income from any other source?
No.
Sir, do you have any other income from any other source?
Nope.
He did get a credit for over $1,000 for 3 additional children that are his.
All right, so those were put into the calculation?
Yep.
All right, so sir, you were given credit for having those additional children.
I was given what credit?
Just
My tax return?
No.
the system, the child support calculation asks how many additional children you have, and Ms. Hummel said that resulted in $1,000 credit. So Ms. Hummel, would his support be $1,000 more without those kids, or is it?
It would be quite a bit more because he got a credit taken off the amount of income that he has available by $1,042.20
Per month?
For
Per
three
month.
for 3 kids?
for 3 children.
But you don't take in the fact of a house and everything else when my lot rent's going up, food's going up. I don't get state assistance. I don't get no help. I don't get state Medicaid.
I can only go by what the calculator states, especially when there is public assistance involved.
So, yeah, sir, I guess, ma'am, do you agree with the recommended amount or not?
I agree. I mean, I think it's fair. I've been plenty nice for 7 years.
So, sir, we're pretty much required to follow the child support formula when kids receive public assistance. And these kids receive Medicaid and food assistance in mom's home. The only, I guess, the only deviation would be as if it was inappropriate or unjust for some reason, and based on your income and your limited overnights, it doesn't appear to be inappropriate or unjust. Your income would be about $3,800 a month.
So this is going to be taking $200 some a week out of my check when I bring home $450 with what my bills are right now. I mean, I can't live off of $200 a week and put $300 of food in my house for my kids. You guys don't take in the fact that food prices are going up or what?
The formula is adjusted every year for cost of living, inflation, all kinds of things.
Obviously, it ain't very good.
How long have you been making $22.25 an hour?
Maybe 5 months at the tops.
What were you making before that?
I don't know. It's hard to say because I get a raise they do it every like couple of years or something.
Okay. Because I can tell you $166 a month that you're ordered to pay back in 2016 was probably based on.
That's what she agreed to.
Okay. So.
Because they tried getting us with this much, and they're like, well, I was like, I really can't afford it, and she agreed with us about it.
Okay. I guess that agreement.
I can tell you if I'm going to be paying this.
About 7 years, and you got quite
there's been
with those 7 years.
There's been no issue with it for 7 years. I mean, she don't ever ask me for help.
You have
I
the
don't
right
have
to
an
have,
issue helping.
you have the right to have support reviewed every 3 years.
Yeah, she hasn't done it yet,
Okay, but she did now, and she's in agreement with the
but
recommended
she don't
amount.
ask for
You have
help
the
at all.
ability to pay it.
The only reason she's asking now is because of her boyfriend pushing the issue.
She's not asked.
That
This
is-
was a statutory requirement by the state. When there's public assistance, we are required to review it every 3 years. This was not brought on by her request at all.
Okay, but it's been 7 years and we haven't had a review period, and she's been on state assistance for 7 years.
I can't say what's happened to the 3 years ago, what happened with that review. All I can tell you is that this review, at this time, with the minor children receiving public assistance, we're required to run the guidelines per the state, how they have it set up. This is what the guidelines come out to.
And I'll just fight for custody of my kids because she's unfit anyways.
Okay, Stephen.
I mean, CPS has been involved at her house for years.
And it's been case closed every time that you've called on me.
So there
I've
was a
never
review-
called on you.
There was a review notification sent out in December of 2019. Nobody responded, so it was dismissed.
There was active assistance. It should have continued, but at the time, the practice was to close.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the only time it was set up for review. It was 2019. Nobody responded, and it was dismissed. But all right, well, sir, if you address custody or parenting time and your overnights increase, obviously that's a change in circumstances, and support can be rerun consistent with that. But at this point, it doesn't appear that the amount recommended is inappropriate or unjust. So effective April 1st. Support to be set at $691, 42 ordinary medical, 50 confinement, total of $783 per month. You get an order in the mail to that effect. Either of you have the right to object to this recommendation and order within 21 days and have the judge take a look at it. The language will be in the order for how you go about doing that. But we're all set for now.
So it goes April 1st.
The effective April 1st, yeah.
So it started this month.
A week ago, yeah.
So how's that work now that we're already 2 weeks into it, 2 pay periods into it? So now I'm already behind child support? That makes zero sense.
There'd be a slight arrearage. It'll be made up by an extra.
So I got to pay extra again for something that I have no control over. This makes a lot of sense.
Well, you do have control over it. You have very limited overnights. You only have every other weekend all year long. That's pretty
Little
limited.
control over it. Just like she hasn't worked in 7 years until now. Who's claiming my kids? That should be tax fraud, right?
I don't know. If it's brought to my attention that there's an issue, then I'll deal with it. But today we're up for the support amount.
I mean, I'll definitely be taking her to court for custody of my kids. I can promise you that.